There we go.
Hey, Jarrod screwed it up.
I sure did. Sure enough.
I'm Carrie, that's Jarrod, the one that screwed it up. Welcome to Tone Wars Sunday night.
Edition.
Sunday night edition, because
Yeah.
there used to be a Wednesday night edition.
Yeah. But
That's too much Tone Wars.
that's too much Tone Wars.
You gotta leave them wanting more.
Yeah. Yeah. That's how it works.
Yes, I don't have to say Sunday night edition anymore.
You can say it though.
Oh,
Because
you like
I
it?
might bring back the Wednesday nights. You just never know.
No, you're too busy.
I am. But you never know.
And you're too stressed out.
Yeah, I'm super stressed.
You are.
Sometimes. Yeah. Sometimes.
I don't think your equipment can handle any more hollering.
Did I holler at anything today?
I don't think you did today.
No.
Today you're in your chill phase.
Yeah, I'm chilling.
Chill, Lele.
Yep. But I'm sure my equipment will get hollered at least once this week. So.
Or later tonight.
Or later tonight, yeah. Yep. No, so far it's been, I'm not even going to finish that sentence because then I'll just jinx it.
All right.
So I ain't saying nothing.
I ain't saying nothing.
I ain't saying nothing.
Well,
Hell
that's
no.
fine. It's going to be a really short show tonight, folks. Because
It
he
is?
ain't saying nothing.
Yeah, it's going to be a 5-minute show.
Because I can't talk about all this stuff.
You should. It would be funny. I should have you answer a couple gear questions tonight and just see what you come up with.
It'll be funny stuff.
All right, so that's what we're going to do. Ask Carrie some gear questions tonight. I think that'd be hilarious. And then she's going to give you the best answer that she can. And
After how many years have we been doing this?
yeah, about 3.
Well,
3, 4,
I guess
5.
2 or more, yeah.
Yeah.
See what I've absorbed.
Yeah, so it's Stump Carrie night. And then, like, if if need be, I'll come in and
Oh, you're going to have to.
I'll come in and fix it all. But I think it would be funny. Let's do that. I think that would be freaking hilarious. Let's see how much you know.
I will be happy to oblige.
It's going to be funny seeing you come up with all the words and... Oh, yeah, the
I haven't a hard
transistors
enough
and the...
time coming up with regular everyday words.
Yeah.
My middle-aged mom brain.
We should create a segment, Stump Carrie. That would be... I'm serious.
Look at your face. You're so pink. Why are you embarrassed?
I'm embarrassed for you.
You are. You're turning sheets of red.
I think it's going to be funny.
Can you guys tell? Like, his face is like being red right now.
Oh, it's a red guitar.
Oh, God. They're pouring in.
Are they?
Yes.
Sweet.
No, this one, he says, can you dial in the amp? So he has to play your settings. The distortion principle.
The distortion principle?
Yeah, that's his name.
Oh, okay.
Yes, scoop the mids.
Scoop the mids.
I don't know how to do it. But you gotta scoop the mids and boost the highs.
You heard it here first.
That's my answer to it all. Scoop the mids.
And boost the highs. There you go. Thank us later.
All right, let me say hi.
Yeah.
Dean Harkness.
What's up,
He was the first one.
Mr. Dean?
You were on it this week.
What's going on, man?
Kyle Hart, what's happening?
Hey, Kyle. What's going on, man?
I like what ADA says. He says, hiya. Maybe
Hiya.
I can't tell. It's a tiny little picture if it's a girl or a dude by the name. Anyway,
Oh.
hiya.
Hiya.
Gravel Rocks, great to hear more about the Quad Cortex tonight. I have the Tonex pedal coming tomorrow. Should be interesting.
Hey, what's going on, Steve? Yeah, it's funny. I've reached out to them via email twice, via Facebook Messenger twice. I've called them. No one there answers the phone. They're all like, oh, for our own safety, we're working at home. I'm like, dude, it's been a couple years. You can go back to the office, So I don't know what's going on, but I can't get them to even respond, let
Weird.
alone anything else. And I'm not buying it, so I'm just not. I'm not going to pay for that pedal.
He's put his foot down.
Yep, they want me to review
His
it. They
pedal
can
foot.
send me one. I mean, they've sent them to channels with 1,000 subscribers, and it's like, really? I mean, I'm glad for them, but I mean, I'm not going to freaking buy the pedal just to review it. Nope.
And
Foot's
that's
down.
what he thinks about that.
Yep.
Flux, how are you, man?
What's going on,
He
Will?
says, how's it going, everybody? Go Carrie and Jarrod. I've been at my studio for 3 days recording drums, then GTR, now vocals. So glad to take a break and catch the live hang. Oh,
Wow.
well, thanks for using us for your break.
Exactly. Thank you, man. And I hope your recordings are going well.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a lot, man.
Don't forget to scoop your mids.
Yep, and boost the highs on the drums. Always scoop the mids on drums. They're so mid-heavy. Isn't that weird how drums are so mid-heavy?
Yeah.
You got to scoop them.
Especially if your vocalist is mid-heavy.
Yeah, exactly.
And not this mid-heavy.
Yeah, if your vocalist is mid-heavy in the midsection, that's different.
The distortion principle. I know I read your comment earlier, but I'm reading your high comment now. What's up, though?
What's going on?
Sigs is with us.
Hey, what's happening?
What's up? Flux is really excited to hear the Quad Cortex and the mod dual rec capture. I'm seriously gassing for the Quad Cortex. I would get Tonex if it had more FX.
Yeah, that's something that people are starting to run into with that, I guess. They're like, it's the whole honeymoon phase. Like, oh, it's amazing. Oh, that's right. I got to get effects. I got to get
really
this. I got to get that.
Sucks.
Yeah, and it's like, I'm sure it's great. Don't get me wrong.
ADHD was exciting in the beginning, but now it's a giant pain in the ass.
I'm sure there's a lot of great things about it, but listen to you.
Super exciting.
Super exciting. Well, that's what happens with all gear, though. You get it, and then the bloom starts falling off the rose a little bit with stuff. The honeymoon phase is over with, and you're like, oh, wait a minute.
It's a giant fart.
It's a giant fart pedal.
All killer, no filler.
Hey, what's up, man?
Good morning from PNG, Papua New Guinea.
Wow.
I know.
Good morning.
My parents have been there.
You are out there.
They lived there for a while.
Really? New Guinea.
Papua New Guinea. Tony Krozik.
Hey, Tony.
Good day, everyone. Anyone else get whacked with snow? That was it was hard snow. It hurt.
Whacked.
He says, West Coast, Vancouver got over a foot. Poor snowblower today, hating me.
Oh, man. Sorry to hear that.
We got ice. We had ice storms. My kids did not, they only went to school on Friday last week.
Wow.
Monday and Tuesday were midwinter break, and then Wednesday and Thursday were ice days, snow days.
Crazy, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. My sidewalk was complete ice up till about an hour before you got here.
Thanks for clearing it.
Yeah, well, I kept going out through the garage, so I didn't care, and I wasn't expecting anybody. So, and I figured if anybody was coming unexpected, it was a burglar.
They should deal with it.
It's like, you get what you get, man. I tripped on your sidewalk trying to rob you.
Like Home Alone.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, if I ever got burgled,
Burgled.
I would have so much fun with them dudes. Oh, they'd be calling the cops on me.
No. There are thousands of people here without power, though. They've been without power. Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Wow,
Yeah.
I thought they fixed that.
Well, I mean, they're slowly getting it up and running, but yeah, so feel bad for all of those. I didn't end up losing power, but we were covered in ice, that's for sure.
We had lots of it too, man. It was bad.
Gravel Rocks, I was talking to somebody else. Hey, Paul Smith, how are you?
Hey, what's up, Paul?
Flux says Jarrod looks happy with a red face.
You guys got to start stumping her, though. I want to see you just ask, like, we want to field, like, maybe 5 questions. Some questions.
Well, let me say hi to Jeff, and then you got
right.
a question. Jeff Hirschberg, hello.
Hey, what's
Hope
up,
both of
Jeff?
you had a good week. Have you played on a Dunable? What's a Dunable?
A dumble?
Dunable. D-U-N-A-B-L-E.
Dunable.
If so, what are your thoughts?
No.
It's probably a no.
No, I haven't. Dunable. I know there's dumbles, amps, but
Maybe that's what he meant.
maybe I've heard of. Man, have I heard of Dunables? I don't remember. I haven't though, because I haven't heard of it. So apparently, yeah, I haven't.
Yeah. Dean says, here's a question. For Carrie, what is the best impedance to run a 5150 Stealth with a mix of V30s and creambacks in a 413 cab? So I know V30s and creambacks are mics, but the impedance, what? Stop it.
Keep going.
No, that's what
Those are great mics too.
They're inside the things. that make the noise happen.
The V30s?
The V30s and the Creambacks, right?
Yeah, they're awesome mics.
Inside the things.
You guys, I'm telling you, the V30 mics are...
Not mics, they're the things inside there that make the noise come out.
In the amp?
Yeah, or in those things.
Okay,
Yeah.
we'll go with that. Keep going.
But I don't know what the impedance is. Why is that funny that I don't know what an impedance is?
No, just keep going. So do the rest.
No, that's it. That's my
it?
answer, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So,
So V30s are speakers.
yes,
The cab.
and they make the noise come out.
Oh, you were pointing at the amps.
Well, they're all the same. You plug them in and noise comes out.
You're the best. There you go. And it's, what did he say, a 4 by what cabinet?
13.
A 4 by 13.
Yeah.
4 by 13. No,
It's an odd-shaped cab.
It's an odd-shaped speaker because it's 4 by 12. So it's this small. It's a weird sized speaker. So there you go. That's how you do it.
So what is the best impedance to? I don't even know.
Yeah.
What
So what's the best impedance?
It's 4.
4. Actually, that if it's a 4 ohm cab, then yes, you're right. So you're close on some of the stuff. Not too shabby.
Ronnie, have you ever tried the Mud Killer as a clean boost into the grid slammer?
No, I haven't. That would be interesting. Clean boost into the grid slammer into an amp. Interesting. No, I haven't done that. Maybe I'll have to. Is he asking you that or
No.
me? Oh.
Why would he ask me that?
I don't know. I said ask Carrie questions, so maybe that's why.
I've never tried the Mud Killer, period.
You know what would be fun is to see you plug to an amp and just sit down and play it.
That's what he asked. He asked, this one up here asked me to dial in an amp.
That would
But
be-
you don't want me to just turn the knobs because that would make all kinds of horrible noises. I could just tell you, scoop the mids.
Scoop the mids. I think it would be fun sometime just to have you turn the knobs while I'm playing and you can dial in the amp to what you think sounds good. That would be kind of fun.
I'll turn some knobs.
Except we can't tonight because I'm using the QC tonight.
Be a knob turner.
Yeah.
Let's see.
She's not just a head turner, guys. She's a knob turner as well.
Knob turner too. Let's see. I'm trying to see. I said hi to Paul and Jeff and Dean answered Dean's question. Sigs, Carrie, what's your favorite guitar and amp?
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, there are, so I don't play, obviously, but there's some really beautiful Kiesel guitars. I mean, as far as looks go, Kiesel has some of the most beautiful guitars I've ever seen, and the fact that you can customize them and stuff.
Yeah, she's always sending me pictures of Kiesels that she finds.
And I have a lot of different tastes than he does. Mine are usually darker, and I do like the natural woods like you do, but I tend to like the black with a natural wood through it. Flat black.
Yep.
Yeah.
With a little bit, you like it with a little bit of color here and there, though, and stuff. Like some of the stuff you've sent me, I wouldn't normally gravitate towards, but I'm like, that is actually pretty
They're
cool.
more mysterious looking.
Yeah.
When you like the real flamboyant, bright woods and.
Yeah.
But also natural wood as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
You like to see the grain.
Yeah. I like to see the wood grain and have all the natural beauty of the wood come through. Now, what about amps?
So I liked the one that you sold. Was that Purple Nightmare? Is
Oh,
that
the
what it
Purple
was?
Nightmare, yeah.
That was one of my favorites. And I also like the Rev.
Yep.
I don't like that because it's too loud.
You also like the MT-15.
I do like the MT-15.
Yeah, she
Yep.
likes the MT-15. Yep.
What else? I don't notice the Spawn so much, and I feel like the rest of them sound the same. They all sound the same. If I can sing over it, it sounds great.
Yeah, exactly. That's all that matters to her. Can I sing over it? Yeah. Okay.
Don't matter what it sounds like.
I like it then. But you do like the MT-15. Every
I
time
do.
I play that, you're like, you better not ever sell that.
Yes.
Yeah, it proved itself in a couple episodes ago that I did, and I shot it out with the Pink Taco and the Engel Iron Ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the MT-15, I think it was the best out of the three.
Yeah.
It was bigger, fuller sounding, and I just liked the
It's
overall
better
tone.
to ask him what I like. 'Cause I don't know.
She
I
doesn't
don't pay
remember.
attention. I'll be like, oh, that does sound really good. And then
Yeah.
he'll know what it is.
And then next week she's like, "What was that again?" She retains more useful information than that. So.
Nice. Vince says, hey, Carrie and Jarrod, and the cat's here.
Here comes Kitty Witty.
Hanging out. Sorry I'm late. Looking forward to tonight's show as always. Oh, so are we, Vince.
Thanks, man. Appreciate that.
Flux says, I was thinking about you tracking your album, Jarrod, while I was recording guitars yesterday. How is the album going?
Oh, thanks, man. It's going really well. In fact, TJ was here last Saturday, and we tracked 3 of my more difficult songs. Got those done, came down here and reamped everything, and he brought his headphones. I had my in-ears that I always use as well, and we were down here just basking in the craziness that was going on with the reamping of the amps, and it just sounded so good down here. I mean, the guitar tones on this album are going to be sick, guaranteed. They're all going to be sick. You know, I've been using the Red 7 quite a bit, the Stealth quite a bit, and then a mixture of all the other amps too. So it's turning out good, man. Real happy with everything so far. And John Thrasher is getting the tracks to write his bass parts to probably this week. And then hopefully within a week or so, I'll be recording several more songs. And after that, I think we'll be done, within the next few weeks as far as my parts go. And then the rest of it's up to John and TJ. So, yeah, I can't wait. And then you got to sing on one of them. So, yeah.
Set it up.
It's getting there. It's getting there.
Dean says it was 85 where he lives. Nice.
Oh, wow.
The sun was out today, though.
Yeah,
so it was
melting
melting
nice.
off the ice. Jim Simmons says, no, you should not have to buy the Tonex pedal if you review it for them. IK Multimedia should give you one. They would most likely get some good sales from your demo of the Tonex.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you. I mean, the thing is like, and I don't want to sound entitled. I really don't. I mean, the thing is I've been doing this for a while, and when you've been doing it as long as I have, with demos and stuff like that, and you get emails, messages, confirmations, almost on a daily basis from people that have bought things because, of reviews that I've done. It's like after a while, you're like, I mean, I bought all the stuff you see on the shelves here, except for the Victory Kraken, which a really cool guy locally gave to me and donated to the show. Other than that, everything's been bought here. And after a while, it's just like, can you send me that as payment for the review, or you could pay me, either way. But I mean, because it's our time, and there's always that thing about that too, like, oh, are we shills because we get paid? No, we're shills if we get paid to read a script that they gave us to just say to people and, just hide all the stuff that's not, maybe that could be improved about the product or whatever, but we don't talk about it, kind of like the news, but if we're honest and we get paid for our, well, it's true. Who trusts the media anymore? I mean, nobody. They're all idiots. So, yeah, I mean, I'm willing to spend my time getting to know the product and, reviewing it for them, but
Chicago, Todd, you don't live in Chicago anymore?
What? Did he move?
Where do you live now? Yeah, he says, hey, although I don't live in Chicago anymore, the Chicago Todd checking in. Tonex pedal's great deal for if it works for you, but no turner on Tonex pedal. No tuner, sorry. No tuner. There's no tuna.
There's no tuna there. It's not a tuna.
Kyle, it didn't snow in Mississippi either.
Oh, must be nice.
Let's see. Flex wants to know what the smaller Metzebarba behind me is.
Oh, that is the, what is that, the Trinity?
Which way should I go?
Metzebarba Trinity. Yep. Yeah, I've had that for a while on here. I got I think a tube went bad in the effects loop. I got to put a new one in there.
The Distortion Principle says Dunable is a guitar.
That's right.
It's a guitar brand, Dunable Guitars.
Dunables.
Motor City sells them from Jersh. Jeff, not Jersh. GM's isn't Dunable from Harry Potter. Right?
Yeah.
Dumbledore.
Dumbledore. Yeah, I'll have to check them out, man. Thanks for the heads up on that. I'll look into them for sure.
Flux is in my corner. He says, Carrie means speakers. Good job, Carrie. See? You know, I made the sound come out.
She knows her thing, her stuff.
Made sense in my brain.
And that's all that matters.
Dean says 16 for my cab. It was obviously a typo.
Yeah. Yep.
GM says, looking forward to your take on Tonex. All the kids are talking about it these days.
Thank you. Yeah. Well, I'm looking forward to it as well. You know, I mean, I hope I like it. I mean, I'm sure the tones that you're going to get out of it, you know, the guitar captures and all, or the amp captures are going to be good. But there's, you know, you got to hook it up to your pedal board or a digital platform. I'll probably end up hooking it up to. That's a touchscreen, Kitty Witty. I don't want you to touch it. I'll probably end up hooking it up with my my HX Stump, you know, and pairing it with that and messing around with it.
Dean Harkness wants to know what the standby switch does.
You know what it does.
No, he wants to know what it does.
But you're supposed to tell him, right?
He stops the noise.
There you go. It actually kind of does. It's like it's
like you told me that. If, like, can you just hit the standby switch?
Yeah.
It stops. Like
it's kind of like puts the amp in neutral.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty much it. Yep. Yeah. So you're in your language that actually is correct. Stops the noise.
Stops the noise.
It's a very generic answer, but it works.
Muddy Creek Critters. He says, "Hey guys, finally made a live stream. It's been a bit."
Yeah, it has, man. Good to see you.
Back.
Good to see you, man.
The Hyperbowl Kid agrees that he liked the Purple Nightmare.
Oh, I haven't seen you in a while either, man.
Good.
Yeah, thanks for commenting and for being here.
Ronnie Milanovic.
Hey, what's up?
I asked Silas, and you should be able to use just the volume and EQ Fat Skinny and shape the tone before going into the Grid Slammer.
Interesting. I'll have to give that a try. Okay. Yeah, Silas is the one who makes the pedal.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. So that would be interesting.
He said he'll have to try his Mud Killer when it gets to Sweden.
The Mud Killer is a great pedal. It really is. Can't go wrong with that pedal.
Let's see. Anxious Nation, hi.
Hey.
Says, I sold my Engel Savage 120 Mark II last year and ended up buying the 60-watt EL34 Mark II version for $1,900 and absolutely love it.
Wow, good for you, man. That's a good deal. That's a hell of a deal.
Let's see. Daryl McMillan. Hey, Daryl.
Hey, what's up, man?
Anxious Nation. Honestly, with you having a Kemper and QC, who needs a Tonex? Right?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that's why I won't buy it either. It's like what I need another box of amp tones, like I need a hole in my head. You know, it's just.
I'll put a hole in his head.
You put one right here.
Want to relieve the tension.
Yeah. I mean, I really, and that's. I guess that's a good point. That's another reason why I don't want to buy one because it's like, oh, great, another box to trip over. You know, I don't need it. You know.
Chicago Todd just moved to the suburbs. All right.
Ah, good for you, man. Good for you.
He needed the white picket fence.
Yeah, that's right.
Place for the dogs to roam.
Yeah, in a HOA to come over and tell him his mailbox is the wrong color. We like off-white.
Your grass is too long.
Yeah, you're a little on the pearl white side. We like off-white. Can you fix that?
Klaus, hello Klaus.
Klaus.
Good evening. Costa's look. I think
Hey.
he says I think I'm gonna buy Cortex, then a Kemper.
I'll tell you, a friend of mine. What?
I think I'm gonna buy Cortex, then Kemper.
You mean instead of Kemper? Haven't seen you here in a while. Good to see you, man.
I'm sorry if you're bilingual and I just made fun of you. You did a better job.
She's just reading them as she sees them. I type like when I'm.
You do.
Yeah, when I write, it's like scribble. It's like, did a 5-year-old write this?
Right?
I do. Like I am horrible, and because I don't have any patience. So if I got to write a long thing, by the end of like the first sentence, it looks like someone else took over. What did you do? Give this to your 5-year-old?
Yeah.
Let them finish? Like, no, I turned into one.
And he is not lying.
I do have that toddler thing about me. With certain
Gravel Rock, Stump the Carrie sounds like some new episodes.
Yeah, but it's got to be all good and done in good fun.
Ronnie K. Hi, Ronnie.
Hey.
All right, we are caught up. Oh,
Well.
here's another one. At Tone Wars from CM079.
Hey.
Been super busy hustling since position was terminated, but doing great and better things around the corner.
Ooh, man, sorry to hear that. I'm glad that there's better things around the corner, though. Jeez. Yeah.
Anxious Nation, thanks for the super chat. If everyone donates $5, we can help him get a Tonex for review. Yeah, but they take 30% of that, so you gotta send 7.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, YouTube takes 30% of everything. No, I appreciate it though. I mean, yeah, I mean that's a point that someone else made earlier. Like I don't really need one when I got all the other gear, but there's so many reasons. Like my gear collection is more business oriented now than it is, like fun oriented. Like, oh, I'm gonna get this because I want to have fun with it. Like, no, I bought the Quad Cortex. I think it's a great piece of gear, but I bought it for the channel and so that I can make captures and presets and sell them and hopefully try to fund, what I do here as opposed to, I mean, that's the thing when you're a YouTuber. I mean, you got to do like 100 things to actually make money or otherwise you're not going to make any.
Dean Harkness says Sweetwater is letting you sell used gear now.
Yep.
I may be using that service to unload some unused gear and put it towards a new amp.
Yeah, might be a good idea. Yep. You want me to play something?
You can. If everybody wants to X out of the live chat, though, and hit the thumbs up button, that would be sweet.
Thank you.
Help the algorithms and stuff. You can X out of the live chat, hit the thumbs up, and then go right back into the live chat.
It'll be sweet.
Yeah.
Be awesome.
Hyperbolt Kid says, how does it compare to reverb fees? Do you know anything about
reverb fees?
but Sweetwater compared to...
Oh, yeah, that's a good question. I don't know, to be honest with you. I'm not sure.
Sorry.
I know Reverb's gotten pretty greedy lately with their fees, but they do provide a good service. They really do, but, man, sometimes those fees are like, yikes, man. You sell an amp, and then they take $100, and you're like, that's $100.
Wait a second, yeah.
Holy crap, but... There's a lot of stuff they cover, I mean, you have insurance, so if something comes damaged or missing or whatever, they cover that. You can print labels. I mean, there's communication back and forth. I mean, there's a lot of good things that they provide. So I get that, but it's like, it's tough when that $100 comes out.
Ben says, or if everyone joins Jarrod's Patreon, then he can get the donuts.
Oh, that would be great. I'm definitely trying to build that up, and I appreciate the people who are in there. It definitely makes a huge difference.
Thanks for being on Patreon, Dean. Dean Harkness says, I'm on Patreon.
Thank you. Seriously, thank you so much to all the Patreon supporters. I really appreciate you guys. It really means a lot because, I put in a lot of work on these videos, and Carrie, when she comes over on Sundays and stuff.
Yeah, he told me he was going to quit this week if nobody else joins it. So.
Yeah, you're going to quit.
This is the last week if somebody doesn't join Patreon.
I'm leaving. I'm going.
Taking all my gear and going home. Wait, you are home.
I'll just, No, I'm not going to quit. Nice try, though. That was a nice little guilt trip he gave everybody. We should have the violins in the background.
That's what you pay me for.
Play the Bill Bixby
So fun.
music.
Tony says, been on the honeymoon with the new Solar 6 Sustainiac.
Ooh.
I'm floored on how good it sounds. All those guitars are excellent.
Nice, man. Yeah, thanks for the heads up on the email, too, with that. I appreciate it. Yeah, I want to get a Solar. I do.
Okay, so here's some answers to these questions. Kyle Hart, reverb fees are going to be way better than Sweetwater. Paul Smith, Sweetwater takes 7.5% or free if you take it on a Sweetwater card. Dean Harkness, no fee if you put it on a Sweetwater gift card.
Gotcha.
Kyle, reverb is 5% seller's fee. You keep 91.8 of sales price.
Okay.
91.8% of sales price.
It's not bad.
Yeah, if you put it on a Sweetwater gift card and then spend it.
I mean, everybody buys from there.
Yeah, but if you need the money to pay for your mortgage, you don't want a Sweetwater gift card.
Yeah, exactly. But there is a way to sell your gear and save up for that other thing that you want. I mean, you just put it on a Sweetwater gift card, and then when you get enough gear sold, you can... All right.
I wonder, can you put the gift card on your credit card? Can you use the gift card to pay off your credit card?
Ooh, that would be a nice little money laundering thing. Well, I'll put it on the gift card, and whoops, I paid my card off. Oops. Come on over and break my kneecaps now.
I wonder though, that wouldn't be a bad question to
Yeah.
ask you.
I wouldn't mind paying off my card on some sales.
Yeah.
But this year I'm going to buy a gazebo instead, so. I can't wait to get my gazebo. I can't wait. I'm like gazebo freak right now.
Anxious Nation, thanks for the super chat.
Oh, thank you.
It says, love my solar. It's so ergonomic.
Ergonomic.
It's very ergonomic.
Oh, yes.
Is it foot ergonomic?
There, it's hand
It's hand ergonomic?
Serlagatar.
Ah, I get it.
Quite nice. Yes.
You don't want to play that with your foot.
Well, there's some people that do.
I suppose if you don't have hands.
Yeah, then you can totally do that. I don't think my toes would spread that far.
No, I don't think so either.
There is a guy that does play with his feet.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Does he have hands?
Nope.
Okay.
He doesn't have any hands. He lays his guitar on the floor and he literally plays it with his feet. And he's actually really good.
I bet.
In fact, was it Steve Vai joined him in a jam session once? Yep.
That's cool.
Yep. This kid was and like literally really freaking good. I was shocked. I mean, it was.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is this?
You have monkey toes though. You can pick stuff up with your feet.
This kid's toes could go pretty far.
They would have to.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely stretched his toes out, so he can play guitar with his feet, literally.
Gravel Rock
Picking and
Solar is probably next on my list.
Yeah, I want to get one, but we'll see.
Paul Smith, I looked on Reverb today. I think the fees are higher now.
Yeah, I thought they raised them.
Anxious Nation sent another super chat. He wants you to play some Skinner.
Play some Skinner.
You got some Skinner?
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. How's that go?
Wait, that's not $10 worth. You
No,
gotta turn it on.
I forgot.
You gotta talk like Skeeter while you're doing it too.
I forgot. It's been a while. Those give me 3 steps.
Yeah.
I haven't played that since I was a kid, so bear with me. Well, I don't want to play it through there because I might get demonetized.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see.
So yeah, but there. That's all. That's the best I can do. Skeeter Skinner.
Skeeter Skinner. Do some more Skeeter Skinner.
Oh, some Skeeter Skinner coming at you.
Yeah!
I don't remember it.
So if you don't play it, how do you get away with just...
Well, it's not as audible.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not as audible.
Edible?
Yeah, we're not gonna get. Oh, what? Oh, shit!
What?
I turned up my volume. Uh-oh, you can't hear it, but I can.
Well, Anxious Nation, I hope that was worth your money.
I don't know the rest of it. I literally haven't played that since I was probably 14. It's a song I learned a long time ago.
When you were a turd.
Yeah, when I was a little turd. Yeah, exactly. So that was the first thing that came to my mind when he said Skinner. Play some Skinner,
Paul
man.
Smith says D to A. He's trying to help you.
Oh, it's D to A?
Back to D.
Yeah. I figured it out.
No, you didn't. Paul did.
No, I had it before that. I was doing.
You never have to do that with your toes.
There. I haven't played since I was 14. That was pretty good.
Dean says, I have enough stuff I want to sell that I can buy an angle. You probably do.
There you go.
Your wife would be happy too.
Yeah, exactly.
Kyle Hart, reverb did go up. It was 3% and now it's 5%.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay.
Let's
gotcha.
see. Tony says reverb is somewhere around 8% in total selling fees, as I have a couple things up for sale.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, you know, like I said, they do provide a pretty good service. You know, they do. It's
Pretty.
just
Pretty good.
Pretty good. Yeah, I mean, it is nice because the ease of use is nice. I mean, Craigslist, you got to go take care of everything yourself. All of it, and then there's no transition.
Hide the bodies and
Yeah, you gotta hide the body. Yeah. Click here for our body hiding service. We'll send over the cleaner. Some scary dude shows up at 2 a.m. I'm the cleaner. Like, oh, okay. Yeah, that's the thing, man, with the whole Craigslist thing. You it's like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. Yeah, you never know, man, who's gonna show up at your house. I always have my shotgun handy, though, in my closet with the door open just a hair.
He scared the crap out of the meter reader.
Ooh, yeah, that was...
A poor meter reader.
Well, okay, let me just...
Trying to do her job.
So I'm on the phone. I'm talking to a local promoter. This is probably like 4 or 5 years ago. And all of a sudden, I'm not kidding you, it's someone on the side of my house. It sounded like someone was hitting my house with a sledgehammer. I mean, it was like, boom, boom. And I'm like, what the hell? My walls rattling and everything. And I'm like, dude, hang on a second. I went upstairs and grabbed my SIG. And I ran out the front door and went around the side. And I had it pointed at the ground. But I was like, what is going on over there? And she's like, oh my God, I'm fixing your meter. But they didn't tell me.
Yeah.
There was no notice, no nothing. And she was on the side of my house putting in a new, I don't know, the meters, the gas meter or whatever. She's like, oh my God. She was like freaking out. And I'm like, oh, sorry. It's like, carry on, and she actually didn't finish the job.
I wouldn't either.
She left.
I feel like I'm out.
She left and
Crazy man lives here.
Yeah. Actually, that's what she did.
Yeah.
She wrote the paperwork up, and a guy had come out later, like, I don't know, several months later, and he came up, knocked on my door, and he was like, hey, we're, from the whatever gas company, we're here to put in. I said, someone was just here several months ago, and he goes, oh, no.
Just here.
She did not finish the job. She just tightened everything, because she was trying to get it off. He's like, she just tightened everything back up and left. She said, angry person with gun or something. And he was so... he's like, so they sent us out to finish the job. And I told him what happened. He goes, hey, man, I get it. No big deal. He goes, but I'm just letting you know that we're here. I'm like, all right.
It's probably the best practice to still let people know. I mean, maybe they assume most people are at work during the day, so they can just do their stuff. And
yeah, well, the thing is they probably don't know how loud that is.
on the inside. Yeah.
I'm not kidding you. It sounded like somebody was hitting my house with a sledgehammer. And I'm like, there's no windows on that side of the house. It's like, dude, at least break a window if you're going to come in. I mean, what are you putting a dent in my house for? Like, what the hell? Yeah, I scared the living daylights out of that poor lady. Yeah, you do not want to mess around on my property.
Don't surprise Jarrod, because he's got a surprise for you.
Oh, I got a lot of surprises. I'll go full Rambo on your ass. I don't even care. I'm upstairs putting the war paint on my face, doing the headband tie and running down the stairs.
Got your eye cream.
playing the army drums in the background, like, finally, it's here. I can do this. I've been waiting for you all my life.
Tony says, yeah, you don't want Craigslist buyers scoping out your gear. Yikes.
No. Hell no.
Kyle says they take the state taxes out for you too, so you don't get hit at the end of the year.
Yeah, there's good services involved with it, so I get it.
Dean is being very communicative tonight.
Communicative.
He's like, be right back, gonna pause. I gotta take my brat to the gym. It's only up the street. Thanks for the play-by-play.
Take my brat to the gym. Nice.
Dean. All right, go ahead and play.
Yeah.
Since Dean's got to run his brat to the gym.
I want to play.
It's the time to play.
That's right. All right, hang on a second, guys. This is the dual rec, the modded dual rec that I just reviewed and did some shootouts with. And this was the first capture I did of it. I didn't do any other captures. I just shot it, and this is what it sounds like when doves cry. Hang on one second. There we go. We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
Anxious Nation says, he sent another super chat. Thank you.
Thank you. Jeez.
Says, I have a fever and the only prescription is more cowbell.
More cowbell, baby.
We used to have a cowbell.
Yeah, we did. You used to play it on stage.
I did.
And we got a picture somewhere of you just
Smashing the cowbell.
enjoying it. Like, yeah, there was the smile on your face was just said everything. You were having
I
a
did
time of
not
your life.
trust myself with that thing. I don't think you trusted me with it really either. I stand on stage. I got a drumstick and a cowbell. And I'm like, is it time yet?
You're like, here
Now?
we go. Don't.
I always looked at him like, you gotta do the
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Do the head thing.
That was fun.
No. Yes. Okay.
Yeah. And if you were off, it would throw us all off. Like, oh, everybody starts glitching. Like, stop. You actually did it well, though.
Thank you.
Yeah, you did it well. I don't think you ever, in practice a few times until
Yes.
you got it, we were all like, oh. You know how it is when you're trying to stay in time with the drummer and she's hitting the count and you're like, who do I listen to?
That was actually really fun.
It was.
It was. I liked it when I played the keyboards with Jamie when we had like
Yeah.
together harmony, matchy stuff, and I liked playing the cowbell, and
Yep.
that was all fun.
Gave you some cool stuff to do.
Tony, thumbs up, he says.
Thank you, sir.
I don't know if my phone is staying up to date. There we go. Tony says, was that the Julia delay? Yeah, I got to get one of those pedals, very silky.
The Julia chorus, you mean?
Silky. Oh, he said delay, but maybe he meant chorus.
Yeah, actually, that is the delay that's in the Quad Cortex. It's the same delay as the TC Electronic Dreamscape pedal. Yeah, I'm very familiar with that pedal because I use it all the time, and it's an awesome freaking pedal. So that's what you're hearing with the chorus there.
My eyes don't work today.
Oh. So that's the chorus, and then I did a flanger. So I did a flanger, and what else did I put in here? I think I did a little bit of phase action. So yeah, there's some pretty cool. This preset will be on my website tomorrow. What I'm doing now is instead of selling a billion captures, I'm just making a really good capture of an amplifier, and then putting it in a preset. And I'm going to have an Ultimate Brutal capture pack up soon with this capture, along with the Super High 50, along with 2 from the Rev, and I'm going to do another one of my EVH Stealth Red channel. And if you buy that pack of captures, it's like, what else do you need? You know, I mean, well, actually, you'll need the Red 7, the Mesobarba, but that's coming in the next pack. But everything's right there. Like, you have these awesome captures, and in the capture pack, you'll get a capture, or in the preset, you'll get a capture of one of my overdrive pedals as well. It's all dialed in, ready to go. You can literally just drag and drop and just go on stage and perform and love it. Yep. That's what I'm going to call it, the ta-da pack.
There you go. Ta-da.
Ta-da!
Anxious Nation says your tone tonight sounds massive.
Thank you. Yeah, it's...
What are you playing again? I don't know.
What are you playing again? No, that did a great job capturing.
What time is it? It's an hour. I've been sitting here for an hour. What are you doing again?
I'm doing the QC. It captured the hell out of that dual rec, man, and that dual rec is an amazing amplifier. So, yeah, I'm gonna.
Cat hairs.
Oh, cat hairs. Yeah, that's kitty. There it is.
Yeah.
Usually it's cat blobs. Usually it's like a big tuft floating around. Yeah, he's a furry cat. He's sitting over there off camera right now, just
He's being a good boy.
Yeah, it's rare.
He's like staring at the corner of the cabinet.
He's a weird
He's
cat.
just literally, he's like the corner of the cabinet's right here, and he's just staring at it.
He's
Uh-oh.
gonna give it some skibbity paps. Skibbity paps. You ever watch those videos on Facebook? This one dude, he imitates, he'll like be the voice of the animal doing
Oh, okay.
stupid crap, and there's always these cats like smacking.
I probably have seen it, but I always watch Facebook with the sound off.
Oh, it's hilarious.
can't
The
hear
commentary, he'll be like saying what the cat might be saying, you know? It'll be like smacking the
Yeah.
dog, and I'll give you some skibbity paps. That's hilarious.
Great.
Skibbity paps.
Tony says the brutal of all brutal. Ta-da, Pack.
The brutal of all brutal. Ta-da.
Ta-da, Pack.
Ta-da. Yeah, it's
We've lost it.
it's going to be a good pack, though. I mean, there's going to be a lot of great tones in there with good effects. Everything's, like I said, it's all dialed in. You just drag and drop, and you can just play and enjoy
drag and
yourself.
drop.
Drag and drop. Stop,
Ugh.
drop, and roll.
Stinky.
Yeah, so I can do...
Chicago Todd. Personally, I like the idea of just a few captures of different amps with presets in a pack as opposed to 25 different captures of the same amp. But I know everyone is different.
No, I agree with you, dude, because... Is that what I sound like? No, I agree with you because a lot of these amps have a sweet spot. They just have like this the spot where all the knobs, it's almost like the planets aligned, and all the knobs are in the right spot, and it's like, dude, this just sounds perfect. And it's not even a subjective thing. This is the way to dial in this amplifier. And I feel like with the dual rec, the modded one, and I dialed it in, well, very, very close to the owner of the amp, Nick. That's how he dialed it in. And I'm like, and he's had it for years, and he's a studio owner. And this guy does a lot of reamping for, labels and, local people, everybody. And he knows how to dial in amps. And I was like, there it is. That's the perfect way to dial in this amp. And I did the capture with those settings, and I just think it sounds amazing. So why have all these arbitrary other ways of dialing it in where this is the best? I mean, pick this with the effects and you're done.
Right.
I mean, that's how it is with all my amps.
And put those effects in there.
Put them in there. In
Put 'em
fact, I put them in there, so they're all done.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You're getting slap happy on me.
You guys, come on. Start putting some chats in there.
Start putting in some chats.
Start putting some chats in
Skibbity
there.
paps. Say it. Say skibbity paps.
Skibbity paps.
Skibbity paps.
Skibbity paps.
I love that.
Pow, pow, pow.
That guy is hilarious, man. I watch all his videos.
We're just going to end up nerding out in front of you of the Jarrod and Carrie Comedy Hour.
Yeah, it won't be funny.
It is funny.
Well, maybe.
Don't be mean.
Don't be mean.
It's funny.
It's funny-ish.
Chicago Todd says, I'm not a big tweaker. Jarrod always used to say, grab a onset you like and go. Grab a...
Preset, maybe.
Oh, a preset. Grab a preset you like and go. If you don't like that one, grab a different one.
Yeah, it's real simple. Like, I feel like the presets that I'm going to be putting up on the website, it's like they're no-brainers. It's like, if this doesn't work for you, then I don't know what to tell you. I mean, they're the sweet spot of the amps. I've owned these amps for years now. I'm familiar with them. There's no other way I'd dial them in. It's all holy ground settings. Like, why would you touch them? And I capture those settings, and it's like, they're just great. They really are. What?
Jarrod has blinders.
I have blinders?
You have blinders. Why would you want anything else besides what I want?
Yeah, if it works for me, it should work for everybody. You know what I mean.
Buy some Jarrod blinders.
You know what I mean. Better watch it. I'll give you some skibbity paps.
Gutterman 54. Okay, dudes. How's everyone? Hey, Gutterman.
What's up, Gutterman?
Tony says we need a Sally impression. We miss her.
A
Here's
Sally?
Sally.
Sally impression? Oh my
Put your
God.
guitar down and do your impressions.
Oh, no. Full Sally impression.
Don't do Sally.
You don't want me to do Sally?
Use the skit Sally in little bits.
Little bits. Little Sallers.
Sally makes me nervous.
Why does Sally
Because
make
you're
you...
too good at it.
She's fun to go shoe shopping with. Those are so you. I'm going to do, I'll I'll do another mix. How about that? All right, let me mute the mics, and here comes Kitty Witty. All right, 1 second. Wow, that is a fat tone.
That sounded great. Does it feel as good as it does? You can feel the vibrations and.
Yeah, the feel is great with this. I mean, this capture came out so good. I love how it feels.
It was very deep.
Yeah,
there's a lot of depth to it.
Thick, it's full, it's aggressive. I mean, it's just like that amp. I mean, it sounds amazing. That amp really impressed me. It was awesome. I mean, I could not believe. Like, I've had dual Rex and. They're great amps, don't get me wrong, but when you compare them to modern amps, you're always like, oh, yeah, I can hear that vintage sound of it now. It's really coming out. And then if you're like me anyways, you gravitate towards more of the modern stuff. And that's why I sold my Roadster. Great amp, but as soon as I compared it to the other ones, I'm like, I'm kind of veering towards the more modern stuff now. But that amp, since it was modded, it sounds like a modern amp.
Yeah.
You know, they changed the voicing, all of it, and I'm like, I'm capturing that some bitch. Yeah, and it just came out great.
Yeah, it did. Jim Simmons, did you ever try a capture of Carrie in your quad Cortex? I bet she'd sound great.
You know, we should give that a try. I can have your voice anytime I want it. Would it be funny if I played my guitar and it was your voice?
Let's try it. That'd be funny. Carlos Salazar, he says, I'm getting one this week.
What's going on, man? Good for you. Good for you, man.
Chicago Todd, okay, no one laugh at me. Jarrod, at a gig, the bar had their own mixer. They said to plug my QC in a DI box. When we bring our own gear, I plug right into our mixer. Seems to work. What's the difference?
I don't really think you need a DI box. DI boxes are mainly for like other things, but some guys just insist on using one. It's just for some people, it's just a better conversion, you know. So like, I would use a DI box if I was running 1/4 inch into the DI box and then XLR out. But the QC has XLRs anyway, so it's like, I don't know, maybe that doesn't really make any, well, wait a minute. Yeah, you got XLRs on the QC. Almost had a moment there myself. Yeah, it's got them. I know everything. But yeah, I don't really think it's necessary. Most of the time when I played out, we didn't. When I used a digital platform, I didn't use a DI box. But some sound guys just insist on it. I don't think it makes that big of a difference with the modern gear, though.
Let's see. Gunnerman, is the quad Cortex easier to capture than the Kemper?
Yeah. Honestly, it is. Like literally, so from a profile, like my perspective, a guy who makes captures and profiles, like when I came down here today and made the capture of the modded Mesa, I hooked it up. I made sure that the levels were good and that, you know, the mics were in the right spot and everything, and the room treatment was there and everything I needed. And I literally just hit the button and walked upstairs. I didn't have to refine it. I didn't have to do anything. I came back downstairs, played it for like 5 minutes, and I'm like, yep, perfect.
Yeah.
All right.
Help getting that
yeah,
out.
burping. So So I played it for 5 minutes, dialed in the effects, and I was done, you know, and I did that before you came here. It literally took me total of like 10 minutes to do the whole process. So, and with the Kemper, it still sounds amazing. Don't get me wrong. The Kemper sounds awesome, but there's just more to it. You have to do the refining, which isn't bad, but, and then some amps, when I profile with the Kemper, it just doesn't get along with the amp. And it's just weird, and I just can't get it to capture it the way I want it to. And sometimes I just give up, and sometimes I have to turn gain down, turn the bass down, turn different things down on the amp to get the Kemper to read it properly. Where with the QC so far, it's been way more consistent. But when they both nail the amp, it's a tough choice between them. It really is.
Tom Crean picked up your IR pack.
Oh, cool. Thank you.
And loaded in my Podgo. Great job. Thanks for putting in the time to make them. Way better than any others that I've tried.
Oh, dude, that means so much. That really does. Thank you so much, man. Seriously, I really love hearing that because I want to be part of people's tone journeys in a positive way. I don't want you to buy stuff from me and hate it. You know, because I've done that. I've been that guy, and I hate when that happens to me. Now, I know there's subjectivity with all that, but I try to give you the best stuff that I can, and I won't release something unless I would use it. I honestly wouldn't. And, you know, so when we made those IRs, I mean, me and TJ were down here for hours, you know, making them, and we were just like, dude, these just sound good, and they feel good too. Like there's a better feel with them. And yeah, you got to do a little bit of a high and low cut here and there if you need to. But you know, but once you do that, I mean, they're exactly what you want them to be, and they don't sound hollow and weird like all the other ones that I've been playing through for years. So I'm glad you like them. Thank you very much.
Let's see. Carlos says, thanks. The Kemper Leviathan profile is amazing. Is there a QC capture?
Thank you. Yeah, those came out really good. I will do the Leviathan. In fact, maybe when I do the Ultimate Brutal Pack, maybe I'll do the Leviathan instead of the EVH.
Instead, question mark?
Question mark? If you put it on the prompter, he'll read it. That was a
I know.
Anchorman reference.
Anchorman. I got that one.
Oh, okay. Maybe I'll do that or both because it doesn't take long. Maybe I'll do both because I think that would be awesome. Yeah, I really, in fact, the Leviathan ones are the ones that I use on when I'm tracking on my album. You know, I'm using that, and then we reamp, of course, afterwards. But they sound great.
Anxious Nation says the Kemper was amazing for its day, but it's getting long in the tooth.
Yeah, the tech is great, but I think they need to update it.
Long in the tooth.
Long in the tooth. Yep.
Matt.
Yep.
Kyle says like the Kemper and the Rev, which makes me sad.
What's that?
I don't know. Like the Kemper and the Rev, which makes me sad. We were was probably referencing to something that you had said earlier. James Ryder, why is it in a recording or hearing a Kemper live, you can't tell the difference between the Kemper and the real amp, but when it's just you in the room with a cab, you can hear the difference?
That's actually a good question. Well, basically, live, when people are using amps live, what are you hearing? You're in the audience, you're hearing a mic'd cab.
You're hearing the singer.
Yeah, you're hearing the singer, that's why. But you're hearing a mic'd cab through a PA. Well, the Kemper is a mic'd amp and cab through a PA. You plug it direct in and you hear that. So you're basically hearing the exact same thing for real. But in the room, it's different because when you have an amp in the room, through a cab, you can't beat the thump and all that awesome resonance that's coming out of that cab. It's so there, it shakes the walls. It's amazing. You get all these room reflections off it. It's just insane. You feel the floor vibrate. It's just a big difference between playing that and then plugging a Kemper with the same amp profile in it through some studio monitors. As good as that sounds, there's definitely a difference between that and the amp, though.
Oh, Kyle says he couldn't get the Rev to capture well on the Kemper.
Yeah, it was very difficult to do. I still got to work on that because the Rev is a tricky amp to profile on the Kemper, but I profiled it on the QC, came out perfect. I did the red and the purple channel, and those captures came out absolutely perfect. Love them.
Anxious Nation says a Kemper 2 that competes with the QC would be awesome.
Yeah, I think Christoph needs to update the algorithm and come up with a Kemper where you can do 2 amps at once and pan them and have a touch screen on it so that it's easier to use. The Kemper, as much as I love it, and I still think it's a great piece of gear and love mine, but man, setting up presets and stuff on the unit itself it's a nightmare. But doing it here on this is easy.
Jim Simmons, do you think a cheaper version of the Quad Cortex will ever come out for $600 to $700 buckaroonies?
Buckaroonies? I don't know, because it's like, what would you give up to make it cheaper? Would you give up the tech that that allows you to capture? Because not everybody that uses it captures with it. Most people will buy the captures because actually it's a better way to go. You're going to get better ones. It's just the way it is. So if they had like a Quad Cortex player, I guess that would be cool. But I guess how much is that tech if they take it out? How much does that save you? For that chip that's not going to be in there. So I don't know. It's like it's a tough one. I think it'd be cool if they made one. If it saved you a bunch of money, but if it didn't, then because it's small, so it's like making it smaller would be arbitrary, don't you think? Like, how much smaller do you want it?
If it was touchscreen.
Yeah, exactly. And then you got the foot switches they're pretty close, so I wouldn't want them any closer than that.
Yeah,
so
you have Fred Flintstone feet. You don't want them any closer than that.
Exactly. So that's a tough one, man. It's a good question. I just don't know. The only thing I could think of is like make it smaller and take that chip out that's associated with the capturing. But if that doesn't save you a bunch of money, then I guess it probably wouldn't work out. It'd be nice though. I'd like to see one for half price, wouldn't we all? Right?
Yeah.
That's why I think the Tonex is going to do so well. It's $399.
Let's see.
But no effects.
Kyle, he couldn't get... Oh, sorry. Kemper also needs to allow dual cabs for blending. It's definitely a minus to its capability.
Yeah, I think that would be nice. Would be nice to have.
Bobcat, hey, man.
Hey, what's up, man?
He says, I'm really thinking I might buy that blue guitar amp.
Oh yeah,
BLU blue guitar.
yeah. The
Amp
where is
X.
it? Amperidium. Oh, the Amp X. Yeah. When that comes out, I'll definitely be reviewing that. But the blue Amperidium's nice too. But yeah, the Amp X. I'm really looking forward to that. I think that's going to be awesome.
You need to backlight me because I look like a head and shoulders. If you look at the phone,
Oh, you do. You look like a floating head.
it's hands and a
You got to wear.
some backlighting.
Yeah, or I can turn these lights on a little brighter. But yeah, we can do that. Depends on what you're watching it through, I guess. Floating head.
And on the computer screen, it's lit well enough, but on my phone, it looks like I'm a head and hands and little shoulders.
We'll have to fix that.
You gonna play something else?
Yeah,
I heard
maybe I'll
you
do.
practicing some other things.
Oh, I was practicing Fallen, but I'm still like that
Oh,
one.
stop it!
That one's still a mess. That one's a hot mess.
It's been a mess for years.
I know.
Doesn't mean you shouldn't play it.
I'll do Night Terrors
The
first.
only way it's not gonna be a mess is if you play it.
I got to practice it though. I've been practicing it. That's the thing I got to start getting back on schedule with. But I got off schedule with my
I spent a lot of time putting you on a schedule.
I know, but I got
A lot of time and effort.
I got off
Color
the.
coded.
Yeah, I know. You did a great job, but I got a little off on that with the metronome stuff and everything else. I got to get back on schedule with that. No matter what, I got to do an
Kyle
hour a
says,
day.
"You know what song I need."
Yeah, I know. I know.
You know what song I need.
You know, I'll do Night Terrors and I'll.
He's got a little nasty smile on his face.
I'll do Night Terrors and then I'll do Kyle's favorite song. All right, 1 second, guys. That's awesome. All right.
There you go, Kyle.
There you go. I screwed up the ending a little bit, but I was thinking, oh, I'm going to end it with the phaser. And then I stopped thinking about what I was playing and which button I needed to push. And I was like, don't do that. Just play.
Kyle says, the soft, gentle spine crushing out of nowhere chugs on a Sunday night.
Glad to do it for you, man.
The soft, gentle spine crushing.
Soft, gentle spine crushing chugs. Yeah, that one was fun to record, man.
Awesome.
We had fun recording that and reamping it. That was a fun day.
Anxious Nation said during the first one,
Oh, Night Terrors?
Night Terrors, he said that's one of your best solos.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. In fact, for that solo, I used the Phase 90. I don't know if you guys noticed that. I used it on that solo just to switch it up. That's a fun pedal to use, man.
Bill Yarbrough says, grip it and rip it, brother.
Grip it and rip it, baby.
Brother. He said, brother.
Brother. Brother. Sound like the Hulk.
Yes. Okay, let's see. Anxious, will there be any singing from Carrie tonight? Nope.
You wanna sing next week?
I don't know that we have time to practice before next week.
We'll see. When we get time to practice, we'll make it happen.
Thanks for asking, though. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Daryl McMillan, my Helix is almost 8 years old, and it's not going anywhere anytime soon.
Hey, man.
He likes it.
It's a good unit. It really is.
The Chicago Todd, I think what Tonex did was super smart. Separate the capture hardware software. A lot of people would be more than happy with playing Jarrod's rather than capture their own.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I mean, the thing is like the bargain bin of captures that are out there on all these products. I mean, for people that just kind of, oh, I'm gonna capture my amp, and they just, I'm not dissing anybody. I'm just saying, like, my first profiles and captures and all that stuff when I started doing this were terrible compared to where I'm at now. But because I've practiced and used different mic techniques, and since you're charging people for them, you're going to put in the effort. Like, oh, I better make these good. There's all these little things that got to happen, before you hit the button on the thing to do the thing. That are things that people don't know about.
Wow.
It's just all this extra behind the scenes stuff that happens when you're doing captures. Just like today, I mean, I had to make sure that the treatment up.
Are you still struggling?
No, I'm talking. I had to make sure I had the mics in the right place. I had to make sure that the levels were right. I had to put the treatment up. I had to make sure everything was dialed in the right way. I mean, there's a lot that goes into it. And, the thing is, too, is like what you're listening to tonight is a capture that I did with $1,500 worth of microphones. That Royer 121 it's not a cheap mic. And then I paired it with the SM57. I got the mic stand. You got to get the right mic stand with the right clip on it so that they're in phase. But there's all these little details that go into it that people just aren't going to do if they're just going to capture my amp and give it away. Like, I don't blame them. I wouldn't spend that much to do that either. But, so yeah, get professionally made captures of everything. I mean, they're definitely going to be better than what you're going to come up with at home. They just are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because the pros are going to spend the money and make them right.
ADA says, I still have an XFX2 Mark II Plus Cortex. Love both.
Wow. Yeah, the XFX was, it still is a huge unit, man. A lot of people tour with them and everything. Yeah.
Oh no, I almost shut y'all down.
Got to be careful when you touch on that screen.
My darn thumb. Tom Green says, I saw a ZZ Top tribute last night out of Chicago, and they ran all digital. Sounded great, but I'm an old school geezer and can't get used to not seeing abs on the stage at all.
I know, it's crazy.
I listen with my eyes.
I'll tell you, man, there's a shift. Like when we first started using digital stuff, I remember when we were going out and playing and stuff, the sound guys would always look at me like, oh, you got one of them toys, huh?
Yeah, they judged for sure. They were like, oh.
Yeah, I just...
You'd see them hurling in the corner.
Yeah, I mean, and at one show,
they
one
really
actually
did.
was. Yeah, that was a fun show. But... yeah, I mean, that's just the way it was at first. I mean, that was like, what was that, like 20 13, 14.
I don't know.
Yeah, it was several years ago. And then they hated when you brought digital platforms on the stage. They were like, I just want to mic your cab, dude. Like, what the hell? And then there came this shift where now they don't want you to bring an amp. They want a quiet stage. They call it silent stages. Yeah. Well, for the sound guy too, because now he's not competing with all these amps, and he has total control over everything. And they would prefer a silent stage, you know. So, and now when you bring an amp, they're looking at you sideways, like, oh, great, now I got to compete with that stupid thing, you know. It's weird how things have changed, you know, and it is easier to dial in a band as a sound guy, and for the band too when you're dealing with digital gear. It's just easier. So I get why it's changing.
Yep.
And tribute bands are pretty much like, man, around here, that's all we have now. Tribute bands.
Mm-hmm.
There's tribute bands of tribute bands now. Like, you know that tribute band? Well, we're a tribute band to them. Oh, awesome. You know, it's crazy. Like, if you want to play a venue now and have people show up, you got to be a tribute band or a cover band. I mean, original bands around here, it's really hard to get people to come and see you now.
Chicago Todd says the sound guy still gives Jarrod the stink eye. just for old time's sake.
Just for old time's sake. Oh, it's you.
They do. Honestly.
It's that Seinfeld.
I feel like
human
everybody
thing.
gives Jarrod the stink eye.
Probably.
He's talked so bad about the scene around here so many times. People are like, oh,
Yeah.
there's that guy.
Yeah, I don't care.
Tony
Scene
says,
sucks.
hit the ta-da button for the capture. Anybody try the Friedman SM57 mic clip for 2 SM57 mics at a 45 degree
Oh,
in
the
front of the
Fredmans.
cab speaker?
Yeah, I've tried that. It's
Fredman.
actually really good.
Hit the ta-da button.
Yeah, check the website tomorrow. I'll have those captures up in a pack. I'll have a bunch. It'll be like the ultimate brutal
Ta-da.
preset pack. Ta-da pack. Yeah, I'll have it up on the website tomorrow. I can't wait because you're going to have a lot of great presets in there, and they'll all have an awesome capture in the sweet spot of each amp, along with one of my overdrive pedals captured in it as well. So, and the overdrives came out great. I have nothing bad to say about them. This one has the KSR Eros overdrive pedal in it, and it just sounds awesome. Sounds very good. Very, very good.
Ta-da.
Ta-da! Yep. I'm loving it.
Anxious Nation says, just watched Fricker's video about the Fredman earlier.
Yeah. Yep, that's a great technique.
What is this? Fredman and Friedman?
I know, it's crazy.
Sheesh.
Sheesh.
Pick something else.
Pick something else.
Something a little more original.
The Bob mic technique. Yeah.
That's even better.
That's even better. Yeah, I'm just scrolling through swungs.
Who names their kid Bob anymore?
I don't know.
People
Bob.
don't name them Bob. I mean,
Spelled
maybe
backwards.
Robert, if it's a family name, but
Roberto.
everybody's
Switch Gatuas.
Lawson and
I know.
Landon and
Yeah,
what was the other one?
we're talking about that.
Logan.
Yeah, everybody's got
Soap opera names. now.
Here's my son Logan. Oh.
No, not that that's a bad name. I don't mind Logan.
No, it's
and
cool, but it's a little soap
opera name.
It's a little bit of a soap opera thing.
I know.
Here's my son Ridge.
If I would have had my way, my son would have been Cole instead of Luke.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
kind of soap opera name too.
A little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah, Luke's gonna be a lady killer.
I wanted either Ridge or Cole.
Ridge?
Ridge.
Are you
or
serious?
Cole, yeah.
Like I was just making fun of that name. Ridge.
Ridge. That was when I was in my late teens, early 20s. That was the name I had. Like, if I had a son.
Because of the soap opera?
He was on a soap
I
opera.
know.
The Bold and the Beautiful, right?
I know. that was always playing on TVs at the stores that I worked at.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God. Oh, Ridge. Oh, give me a break. Ridge.
Yeah. Ridge. And then it
Ridge
went to
and
Cole.
Edge and slope. You know, like anything like on the end of something or whatever. Ridge. Cliff.
CS.
Oh, there's a Cliff. There's a Cliff.
Cliff's an old name, though.
Yeah, Cliff's kind of old. Cliff's like, yeah, it's an older name.
CS just joined.
Hey, what's up, man?
He says, sorry, I'm catching the end. Was studying for a certification test I have to take tomorrow and lost track of my time. My bad.
Yeah,
oh, are you
all
getting
good.
your babysitter certification?
He's going to be a lifeguard. That'd be a pretty cool job, though.
I thought that's what you did all day.
Yeah.
Was babysit.
Well, he does. He babysits construction dudes.
I know. They do make babysitter certifications, though.
You're awful.
No, I'm not.
You're
I'm
awful.
just funny.
It's funny.
Just funny.
Awful funny.
I'm awful funny. Everybody's rolling their eyes right now. I can hear it. The eye roll.
Need to hold the tuna here.
Hurry up.
Yes. Time to tune.
Tony says, the brutal drop tune majesty is out.
Yes.
Ta-da!
It is time.
Ta-da!
Time to slay the dragons. With my out of tune guitar.
Yeah, don't do that. It's like the green-eyed monster there.
Mm-hmm. God, I love that tuning. It's amazing how much thicker and nastier guitar sounds when you just drop it a half step. It's just insane how much bigger it sounds. You know?
CS, laugh out loud. I too babysit contractors.
You do.
It's for concrete testing. It's a pain in the butt. Are you testing the concrete with your butt?
I'm trying to remember this song.
You're not doing a very good job. What do you think? Good enough to play for reals?
I think so. Let's
Okay.
give it a try. Let's see if I can actually do something right tonight. All
I
right.
hear your cat eating something over there.
Oh, awesome. All right, 1 second. Yep, a little rusty on that one. Got off time. I think I'm a little loud in the mix.
Yes,
I
you're
couldn't
very
hear
loud.
the backing track very well.
Always loud.
Always loud.
Raven Blackfeather, thanks for joining.
Oh, what's up, man? Thanks for being here.
Tony says it was metalicious.
Metalicious. Thank you.
Chicago Todd loves this one.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, it's a crazy song.
He said classic Tone Wars right here and now.
It kind of is. It's a classic one. That song is probably 10 years old. Yeah.
The baby's growing up.
Yeah, our baby's all growing
Do
up.
you know that Luke is only a quarter of an inch less tall than me?
Wow. I haven't seen him in a while. Wow.
He is almost, by this summer, he'll be
That's
tall as I
crazy,
am.
man.
And his voice.
Yeah, I know. His voice just flipped. Because I hear him in the background when I'm talking to her on the phone sometimes. He's got this, the little squeaky voice,
He
the
used
kid. And not anymore.
No.
I'm like, who's that? Oh, that's Luke. I'm like, holy crap. Alrighty then.
Yeah, he'll be 13 in March.
Good for him. That's awesome, man.
He's a good boy.
He is. He's a good kid. Smart. He's
Yub
gonna
him.
he's gonna be a lady killer, and he loves his mama. Loves his mom. He dotes on you like crazy, man.
He's a good boy. You leave him
Yeah.
alone. Don't change,
He
Bubba.
spoils you. Yep. He's one of the good ones.
He's one of the good ones. That's actually a country song.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
He's one of the good ones. Yeah, absolutely. Got me all embarrassed now.
I got you all embarrassed.
He might be watching. Maybe he's watching.
Oh, maybe. Yep, maybe.
He's definitely the apple of his mama's eye.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking at him the other night. I don't know if any other moms out there, but they probably do. You know, I just like to look at him. He's just changing so much every day.
Yeah.
And he caught me, and he's like, Mom, quit looking at me.
Creeping me out.
I know. I'm sorry.
Sorry, just
Looking at my creation.
yeah, my creation.
Leave me alone.
You're growing up too fast. I'm trying to enjoy these moments
Yeah.
before they're gone forever.
Well, there's a rumor that there might be a girl that he likes.
Oh.
Yes. A
Uh-oh.
rumor. He won't actually tell me about it.
Oh, of
'cause
course not.
he knows I'll go I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. Like, I'm a tiny bit excited, but also, like, no girls allowed.
So it's different than with the girl, the daughter.
I didn't have, yeah, everything's different.
Oh, you like her? Here,
No,
take her.
absolutely not. Everything's just different. I do stare at her, though, too, when she's not noticing.
Yeah.
So it's crazy how much they change.
I think you glare at her when she's.
No. Let's see.
What are you doing over
Kyle
there?
Hart wants to hear the Sphinx.
Oh, the Sphinx. Yeah, I could probably do that. I don't have a wah, but I mean I can make it happen with the Phase 90 pedal. I can do that. Let me
Oh,
make some adjustments here.
Chris, Mama Bear gonna go all FBI. Right?
That's right, man.
It's true. It's what I did when I taught her, had her first boyfriend. She told me his name, and when she went away to school, I went in her room and got the yearbooks out.
Start flipping
Trying
through.
to find which one was him. And I messaged all of the mom friends, like, you heard of this kid? Have you heard of this kid? What do you know about this kid? I know.
Yeah, you're a sneaky mama. That's what you do, though.
Yeah.
That's how you roll.
She
All right.
listened to me anyway on that one. Though.
Well, yep, but that's
I did not get any good news on that one.
that is yep, that's over with now, right? Yay! Yep. All right. Let me do this real quick here. Hang on. Alrighty.
My phone keeps stopping.
Trying to find my other in-ear. Where did it go? Thank you. All that flinging around I was doing. Lost my in-ears. Yeah. Dude, that song is so much fun to play.
Raven Blackfeather. Hell yeah. It's wicked.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, that's
Gunnerman
a fun
54. What amp should I buy next? A Splawn, Red 7, Metzabarba. Which one has the most tightest gain?
one. Tightest gain.
The Metzabarba.
Uh,
The Rev.
did he say Red 7?
He said Red 7.
Red 7. Red 7's the most aggressive out of those three. Yeah, especially Channel 2. Channel 2 on that amp is just really aggressive. But Channel 1 is, it's just fat and also pretty damn aggressive. I mean, seriously, that amp is very unique. It keeps up with the EVH, but it's a little fatter. It's thicker. It's just got a really nice overall tone on it, you know. What?
Do you ever go back and look at yourself when you do that?
No. I don't know. I've been getting kind of lazy lately. I don't want to sit up straight anymore.
We're just going to slouch.
We're just going to slouch.
Those slouches.
Yeah, but I mean, all three amps are great, you know, but I mean, the Red 7, if you're looking for the most aggressive out of the three, it's that one. For show.
So I sit way up. Shoulders back.
We're the posture twins. Yeah, so I would say go with that, man. In fact, I'll do a capture of the Red 7 on the QC tomorrow and add that to the pack. I think that would be really good.
Okay.
Very good.
Well, we're kind of reaching the end of the evening.
Yes, we is. Yes, we is. And I think you're craving some chocolate. Something. So, yeah. But, well, guys, thanks so much for joining us tonight. Really appreciate that and for hanging out.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it very much, and keep an eye on the website. It's in the description there. I will have these captures up tomorrow for sure, if I survive that workout. I got to do tomorrow. So, anyways, but I'll have some more episodes up for you this week, and like I always say, every day's a gift.
Thanks for spending part of your gift with us. See you next Sunday.
You got it. Thanks a lot, guys. Love y'all. We will see you all very soon.